Okay, here we go, May 16 turn. Initiative was grabbed by the Germans with a roll of 6 as opposed to the Dutch 5. Other than that, the fight you can see here happened with the infantry finally, the German infantry finally getting concentrated and putting all their effort in there. And you can see that there's one unit disappeared from the Hilversum area, another one much reduced underneath that arrow there. More importantly, Naarden, you can see, has been liberated through, so that main road now runs right the way through to Amsterdam. So the Germans got the link up. The Germans had kept deliberately an artillery unit in reserve to move up. So it meant at the end of this turn we had one artillery unit to trigger Dutch surrender in a city in Holland. Apart from that, the Germans, it was mostly sort of the big pressure here. The rest of it didn't particularly move because we had sufficient units around here, Amsterdam area, with 22nd Air Landing. We ran off down the road and grabbed the airfield at Leiden. So you can see here we've got 9 victory points each, so a draw. There wasn't much in range that the Germans could have captured other than going after another major city. And the only one obviously they have is Amsterdam. So essentially that left everything to come to a head at the end of the turn with a roll for Dutch surrender. And the Germans rolled a 4. A 5 or a 6 is Dutch surrender. So you could say that's a fail, that's a draw, but actually they get a +1 for that 1 hex of Amsterdam, which the airborne and the parachutists seized. So that technically gives them a victory, although it being the 16th of May, I think the Dutch did pretty well. They held out as they were expected to until the 16th. Still a quick campaign. I'm sure there's many other ways to do it, but super interesting. Down the wire right at the end. Great stuff.